Hey, what's going on, everybody? Nick FitzGerald here. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to find profitable items for your dropshipping business. So it's number one thing. If, like I said in the last video on setting up your platforms, your merchant accounts, all of that, that's super important. You can't do business without it. But the other piece of the puzzle that you don't have, if you can't find profitable items that are selling, you don't have a business either because you won't have any revenue. So I'm going to teach you guys today how to find profitable items. Make sure if you're not already subscribed that you do subscribe, because I'm going to be putting out multiple videos on how to find profitable items on different platforms, how to decide if a supplier is a good supplier or not, the tools that I use to manage my business. So I'm going to be putting a lot of those resources in different videos, so make sure you subscribe if you want to get all that info. So let's hop into it right now. We're going to jump into Amazon, so let's dive into my computer. All right, what's up, everybody? So now that we're inside the computer, it's time to go take a look on Amazon. Now remember, we're going to be selling on eBay, and we're going to find items on Amazon that we can mark up for a profit and sell them on eBay. And we're going to make the spread. We're going to make the difference between what we bought it for and what we sold it for. That's what drop shipping is. No matter what platform you do it on, drop shipping is selling an item without having to hold it in inventory and basically marking it up and selling it. That's it. Overstock, actually, their whole business model pretty much is all based off drop shipping. Overstock doesn't have many of their items themselves. They list from suppliers, and then you buy it, and then the supplier ships it to your house. So same thing, we're just doing it on a different level. So let's go over to Amazon, and since this isn't live, it's a YouTube video, I'm just going to think of something random maybe to type in. I don't know, I like household products, so let's do toaster. Toaster's something that people use pretty regularly. And we're just going to scan down here. And our goal here is to find an item on Amazon that's selling on eBay for a profit. So let's just use this first one. So what I'm going to do on a Mac, it's going to be Command click or Control click on a PC. I'm just going to open it up on a separate tab. It just makes it a lot easier. And I'm going to grab the title from Amazon, and then I'm going to go over to eBay, and I'm just going to paste the title in. All right, so what it's basically saying is eBay saying there's 0 results for that exact title. And the reason for that is we typed in too many words. It's longer than eBay's title. So as you can see, there's definitely people selling it. Let's see what the cost of it was again. The cost is $18.50. So basically, so this first guy's selling it for $25, so that's about $7 minus a couple of fees there. You're still making like a $5 spread. That's pretty awesome. On a $20 item, you're making a 20-25% profit margin. Let's see why it says $4.49 though. Oh, because he has an option for some toaster bag thing that's $4.49. All right, so then you have this person right here. They're selling it for $35.52. $28.79. Somebody got real brave, marked it up to $72. I doubt it's gonna sell. And then you have someone selling a totally different one down there. So let's just go look at sold. You can actually, one thing you can do that's really cool on eBay is you can go over here on the left side. I'll kind of like move the mouse around. Hope you guys can see it over here. I just checked it. And you click sold. So now it's only gonna show the ones that sold on this page. So this is some pre-owned one, and then this one sold the other day for $24.99. So again, that's like a $7 spread almost, minus fees and everything. You're walking away with about $5 profit. Right here, 26. There's that other one that sold for 18. So literally, the first item that I typed in, we found a profitable one. Now it doesn't always work this way. You may not find one right away. And if you notice, as far as like their titles and stuff, these guys are using the same. Maybe you come up with a couple of different words that make your listing stand out more than the other person's. So like if we go back, if we turn this off, I kind of noticed that a minute ago. Let's see here. So these guys all have the same title. So they're literally just copying and pasting it from Amazon to eBay, and they're marking it up and making a spread, which is great. You'll see a lot of drop shippers on eBay that are marking it up just a little bit. If you add up a little bit of fees and everything, you're like, how do they even make money? Most likely they're literally making their money. Either they have some other supplier that we don't have, or they're literally just going after credit card reward points, because they're most likely buying these products from Amazon on a credit card, getting the rewards, the points, the cash back, the flight miles, whatever it is, and they're doing that a lot of times a day, so they're able to travel and all that for free. They're not really making money. So the plus side is, if you learn how to do this correctly, you can make money and get all those credit card perks. So let's go back over to Amazon. We got lucky. It was one that worked out right away. Let's see. Let's type something else. Oh, like I see some Captain America stuff here. So maybe they'll type in like the toy. I don't know. It makes me think of like toys for kids or something. All right. So let's see here. So like movies, Toy Story movies. Oh, this is a great example right here. So these things right here that say add-on items, as you can see right there. So basically what that means is Amazon will only ship that item if your cart equals more than $25. So the plus side about add-on items is, one, they're usually pretty inexpensive. So if you have holds on your PayPal account like we talked about in the last video, they're inexpensive items. So it won't cost you, you won't have to hold too much cost. The other part is most people stay away from add-on items because you need to have $25 worth of stuff in your cart in order to ship it. Now, one thing that's really cool about Amazon is if you put multiple items in your cart, you can ship to multiple addresses. So like, let's say I put this octopus toy in my cart, and then I go and I put the $20 toaster in the cart. I can send the toaster to one client, and I can send the octopus to another client. Once you start getting multiple orders a day, it's really easy to do that. And the great part is most drop shippers will stay away from add-on items because either they don't know that or they don't want to go through the headache of doing it. But for me, and I consider it an advantage because most people won't do it. The other thing you can do is you could, if you didn't have an order because you're just getting started and you happen to have an add-on item that you listed, you can always order something for your house that you need. Maybe run a set of like household stuff like paper towels, whatever you might need for your house, cleaning supplies, stuff you normally just go across the street to get at the store or down the road. You can just, maybe pay an extra $1 or $2, order it from Amazon so that you can fill that order. That's always an option. I always need stuff. I'm always ordering from Amazon. So, and I have so many orders that go through my account a day that it's really easy for me and my team to piggyback these add-on item orders. So, but when you're first getting started out, if you happen to come across one or Amazon changes one that wasn't an add-on item and then you go to fill the order and it is, that's how you can get yourself out of that situation. I'll probably do a short little video in the future just on that so that people that didn't realize this was in here, they'll be able to get that information as well. So anyway, let's just keep going. And let's see what we got here. This claw game. Let's just check that out. It's like the Toy Story claw game or something. Alright, so we're going to go back over to eBay. Just pasting the title in there. Alright, and one thing to keep in mind too is sometimes you'll think people are selling an item for way less, and you're like, how are they making money? But they added in shipping here. For instance, this guy's selling it for $33.40. It says only one left, so he's at least sold it one time, or it wouldn't be able to say that. And so he's really selling it for $43.40, not $33. So if we go back over here, it's 38. We can't really make much money here. I'm going to personally stay away from this one because of that situation. And if you go down here, it does say used and new, so the $29.99 is probably for a used one, which it is. If you want to ship Prime, it's $37.93. If you want to do normal shipping, you can get it for $33.75. things you just want to pay attention to is sometimes these shipping times can get really, really long. So you just want to kind of like watch that. If this, like for instance, this is like 2.5 weeks away, and if you said on eBay that the item's going to be there in 3 days, and then you order it from here and it doesn't come for 3 weeks, you're going to have a problem on the eBay side. So I don't really care for this one. Let's get out of here. Let's go back over. There's a Kong. It looks like it's on a pretty big sale here. Kong's a pretty big name brand dog toy, so I have a feeling it's probably the same price on eBay. Kong classic toy. Yeah, these are selling for way less. So not a good one really. Let's get back to all categories. Let's see. Let's do microphone. So this is the part that like some people will get frustrated when they're first getting started, because it's not an instant process. And you can go online and you can find these auto listers that are going to scrape the page, and you're going to mark it up pennies, and then you're going to list it, and you're not going to make a ton of money. You might get some credit card perks out of it, but you're not really going to make much money. If you want to make money and make big margins, 20%, 30%, 40% up, and up on your margins, then you have to do it manually. You have to investigate. You have to find the stuff. So let's see what we got here. Let's just click on this one. This natty something. Let's grab that. We'll go to eBay. All right. And what was it selling for? $19.60. Let's see, we'll go to sold. Not a ton of money to be made there either. Alright, I guess I'm gonna roll with household. So let's try pans. Alright. Sometimes the things that have like a lot of stuff included, those end up being really good. So let's try this like big set right here. Oh, grabbed too much. Alright, let's go over here. Those are different ones. Let's turn that off for a minute. Alright, this is great. Look at this. So it's for sale for 60 bucks over there, and this guy sold it 9 times for $78.95. So there's a $19 spread here. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of fees and stuff, but you're still probably walking away with about $12 here. $12 on a $60 item, that's like 12%. That's like 20%. So those are great margins. A lot of people that you see, posting screenshots online and everything, like they may have a lot of gross sales, but are they actually making profit? I could show you a screenshot for $100,000 or $100,000 gross sales that a student's making 30% on, and someone else could go show you a screenshot of them with $200,000 in sales, but they're only making 10%. Which one's making more? The guy with the $100,000 at 30% margin, he made 30 grand. The person at 200 only made 20 grand. So don't let the misconception of the gross sales kind of throw you off when you're seeing what's real and what's not, because gross sales and actual profit are way different. So basically, this is what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you ways to find profitable items and like what to look for. As you can see, like this guy, he sold it 9 times. So this is kind of tedious. There's not really like a fast way to do this. The more you do it, the more you'll be able to see this quicker. And don't get fixated on like one item and trying to make it work. Like when we went to the toys, like you check a couple toys, or like if we were here at the toasters and this toaster wasn't profitable, and I went to 3 different toasters and they weren't profitable, like I'm not gonna get stuck on the toaster. I'm just gonna type something else random in to Amazon, and I'm gonna copy the title. I'm gonna go over to eBay and I'm gonna see if there's a way we can make money. Also, one thing to keep in mind, like think of different words that people might use. Like if you notice, the guy selling it for 55 has one title, which you can tell he just copy and pasted it from Amazon, and the guy that sold it 9 times, he added the word oven safe in there, which isn't in these other ones. So oven safe is most likely what made this guy sell more than the other ones. So those are all things to keep in mind. Think of what you might type in when you were looking for a particular item. So now that you guys kind of have grasped the concept of how to find a profitable item and what to do, I want to jump back up on the whiteboard and I want you to have a game plan, because without a game plan, you're just going to watch this video and most likely not take any action, which would basically be totally pointless on why you watched this in the first place. So hopefully you watched the first video, you set up your eBay account already, you set up your PayPal, you got your merchant account nurtured, you maybe even put up a couple auction items already. Now when you take the knowledge that you learned today, I'm going to break that down for you right now. So now that you guys have an understanding of how to find a profitable item on Amazon that you can then go over to eBay and make a profit, now we need to come up with a game plan, especially for those of you just getting started. We need a game plan, because if you just watch this video and you don't set up a game plan for how many listings you're going to do a day and all of that, you're just going to get lost. So let's erase this real quick and let's set up a game plan. So this is all going to be based off of time, and it's going to be based off of your time. Your time freedom is different than mine. You might have a job, you might be going to school, whatever your situation is, you have to decide how much time you have and then how much you're going to allocate to your new dropshipping business. If you don't do this, you're setting yourself up for failure. All right, and I want you to be set up for success. So, how much time? This is going to be different for everybody. You guys, you have to decide this on your own. It could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours. You got to decide what it's going to be for you. So let's just say you have 2 hours per day. The reason I'm stressing per day so much, and I know that some of you probably have days off. If you go to school, you have your weekends, or you work a 9 to 5, you have your weekends. But I want an amount of time that you can commit daily. One thing about eBay's algorithm is it really likes consistency. So if you can list on a daily basis, that will get you more sales than if you list 10 items one day and you don't list again until next week. eBay likes the consistency. So we're going to stick with a daily amount. So 2 hours a day. When you're first getting started to find a profitable item and build the listing and all of that, it can take you a little while, especially when you're first getting started. So as you get faster, it will take less time to do a listing. Now, the other thing is some of you are probably like, oh, they have these auto listers and these programs and all of that. I may do a video on those down the road, just so those of you that really want to give them a shot, you can. I personally don't recommend them. I might find one that works well that I'll share with you guys, but I don't use them. I don't recommend using them, so I'm not really going to go into detail on that. Because if you are just copying and pasting mass listings on the internet, yeah, you might have some great sales volume, but are you really going to have the profits? And the answer to 99% of people on eBay that do mass listings, they don't make a lot of money. Their margins are extremely low. So if you have 2 hours a day, let's say when you first get started, it takes you an hour to do a listing. So so now we have 1 hour per listing. So 2 per day. All right, so 2 per day. 2 per day is great. Some of you, when you first set up your eBay account, like I said in the previous video on setting up your account, setting up your merchant account, you're gonna get limits. So some of you are gonna have amazing limits right off the get-go. All right, some of you are gonna get like 1,000 items. You might get 500. Even 100 is not bad. But if you're one of those people that ends up getting like 10, you're gonna have to go a little slower. you're gonna have, I would suggest listing 1 item a day. When you get to 10, you know, you're kind of capped out. I'll make another video in the near future on raising your limits, but for now, if you have low limits, max them out and they'll update them every 30 days. There are some tricks, but I'm trying to keep this video to the point, so we're gonna stick with just finding profitable items in a game plan. So if you list 2 items a day, in 1 month, in 30 days, you'll have 60 listings. All right, so if you have 60 listings up, think of listings, profitable items listings, that have like little U's out there trying to make money. The more of them you have, the more chance that you can have to make money. So you get 60 in 1 month. All right, now we're 3 months into this, so now we're 6 months, 60 times 3, at 180 listings. Now, if you just tried to go list 180 items, that would take you a week if you did it the right way and you made them well. So with this, you have 180 just because you stayed consistent. I like to use the example a lot on consistency on reading a book. If you read 10 pages of a book a day, is it easy to do? Yeah. Is it easy not to do? Yeah. Is 10 pages of a book going to change your life? Most likely not. But if you read 10 pages of a book, of good books, books that you wanted to learn something about or be more knowledgeable in, then if you read 10 pages a day, you'd read like 3,600 pages in a year, and that's at least 10 books. If you read 10 books, 10 good books, you would be extremely knowledgeable and more well off in that area, 100% guaranteed. So here, listing's the same thing, it's compounding effect. You do 2 a day, in a month you have 60, in 3 months you have 180 listings. All right? So that's the game plan I have for you. However many hours you can set aside equal listings. So 1 hour, 1 listing. 2 hours, 2 listings. All right? And as you get faster at this, then you can increase those. Or if you're just a go-getter, you have all the time in the world, increase these. You know, eventually listings will take you 30 minutes. They might take you 20 minutes. You know, when you start to lower the amount of time it takes you to do a good quality listing, find a really good profitable item, and all of that, then you can increase this. But when you first get started after watching this video, I just want you to have a daily goal. What is your daily listing goal? All right, I want you guys to comment that. Comment your daily listing goal. So you guys leave it down in the comments. This isn't for me, this isn't for anybody else, this is for you to publicly display your accountability. You're telling me, you're telling yourself, you're telling the world that you're gonna list X number of items per day. So that's your announcement to the world. You're putting it out there. Now it's time to commit to it and make it happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you now know how to find profitable items. I hope you guys all start to make money. I hope the comments on this video in the near future are, I sold my first item. I hope the comments on the future videos are, I'm selling more items. But comment your goal. You gotta tell yourself, what are you gonna do per day now that you have this information? Because I can give you the information all day, but unless you go out there and you take action, you're never gonna make an extra dollar. All right, so make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you turn on the notifications so the more advanced videos that keep coming out, you know about them so you can implement them right away. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Leave me any feedback you have, and I'll see you on the next one.